Hello guys, welcome to what I believe is episode 3, I think, of Project Zippy. Right, so the engine is out. I can't remember quite how much I showed you in the last video, but yeah, I've pulled the engine out now. So yeah, lots of space. And also you may have noticed, hang on a minute, wasn't there another car in here? Yep, the guy I was sharing with has finally moved out, so I now have lots of space. Another mini owner will be taking his place sometime quite soon, but until then, plenty of space to crack on with this. Now, the new engine, yes, again, I haven't recorded this because a lot of the putting together of the engine I couldn't really do by myself. I needed some assistance with. And obviously I wanted to get as much done in a day as possible, and filming doesn't really work around that, so I'm really sorry about that, but here it is. It needs one more coat of paint and it's good to go. So yeah, that is just a standard 998 engine, the one that was in that. So yeah, the project will now get probably a 1275, 1330, you know, that sort of jobby. So yeah, it's now going to be a standard as I can have it with a manual as this car. So just giving up on the auto. There's the two engines that I've got. The one on the right there is the original engine out of that car, and I told you it was failing, and I can't make one good from two bad. So yeah, unfortunately I just can't be bothered with the auto anymore. So as fun and quirky as it is, it's going, at least for now. So the plan is, firstly, obviously the engine bay should be body colour. Now, I'm going to strip out all the stuff from the engine bay, pull out the washer bottle, all this lining and everything, the wiper motor and such. The wiring loom as well, I'm at least going to pull through and bunch up like here. If it's not too much of a pain, which I imagine it will be, to be honest, but if it's not too much of a pain, I will feed it all back through into the car as well. If not, I'll just sort of work around it. But I want to paint the engine bay body colour again, as it should be. As you can see, obviously it was once yellow, but it's being painted black at some point. As you can see, all this felt stuff. The car's been in here a month now, and that is still damp. So that is all coming out. I think I'll just won't bother with that. So yeah. Whilst this is out, I'm doing the steering rack, and I'm replacing the steering rack, and I'm replacing all the subframe mounts for solid subframe mounts. And while the subframe is almost completely off, I'm undecided whether to just remove the subframe and put in a manual subframe, because I do have a spare one over there. I've got two manual subframes, one off the project and a spare one. Undecided whether to just pull that off, pull the subframe out and put the manual one in it, or whether to use the adapter plates that somebody has kindly donated to me, which I have there. I guess I can just leave the subframes. It's not that big of a deal, but hey ho, I'll see. I'll probably end up leaving it. So yeah, at the very least the subframe will get dropped down a bit, obviously, to do the mounts, so I'll be able to paint all the back here, the whole bulkhead and all the inner wings. So that'll look much better. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. So today I've just given that a coat of paint. I've just come after work, and I'm probably going to spend maybe an hour now just stripping out bits of the engine bay in preparation for painting it. I still need to buy some paint actually. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. Yeah, let's crack on, I guess. Right, so I started trying to carefully remove this sound deadening stuff, and it didn't really happen. It just ended up in shreds. But I'm very, very, very pleased to report that the bulkhead is almost 100% perfect. obviously, remember on the silver one, there was a massive rotten patch on it. It was really bad up in the corners and everything. This is like new. It is fantastic. I'm so happy with it. This is all just muck. It just wipes off. So yeah, fantastic. There's a little bit here which looks like it's just starting to go a little bit rusty under the seam sealer, which is just pretty typical around the brake master cylinder. And it's a brake and clutch master cylinders, but as of yet this car's never had a clutch master cylinder. So yeah, that's looking much better. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to take out next, really, where to start. Obviously, take this bracket off here, that needs to go. And yeah, we'll just have to see, really. Just take it as it comes. We'll have to unplug the fuse box, I imagine, if we're going to make any attempt to put that wire through. Actually, what I may do instead is take the dash liner out and just unbolt this plate. I think that would be the easier way to pull the loom back through, because that grommet is rock hard and it's never going to go back in if I take it out. Yeah, we'll do that then. That's probably the best way to go about it. Unscrew that plate, and then the wiring will easily come through there as well. That'll be the easier way to do it. I'll put all new washer pipes on as well, so I'll just yank all these off because they've gone really hard. Actually, I think I replaced some of them already, but we'll put clean looking new hoses on and everything. I'll probably unbolt the brake master cylinder, but I'm not going to disconnect it at the pedal if I can avoid it, because it's an absolute pain with that clevis pin, as I'm sure anyone who's ever done it before will know. Not opposed to disconnecting the brake bias valve thing to bend all the pipes out the way to paint the bulkhead. That's not an issue. Yeah, so we'll continue pulling out the wire, and I think that's the main bulk of what's left. Obviously the wiper mechanism, I don't know if the mechanism itself's really going to have to come out, but I'm definitely going to want to remove the motor at least, because that's very much in the way. I can probably just mask up the mechanism to save messing about taking the wheel boxes off. Right, yeah, so let's carry on, shall we? Actually, I think, yeah, we're going to have to move inside now and pull that plate off next, I reckon. So let's crack on with that. Right, okay then guys, I don't know how much you can see, but, oh there we go. Look at that. Absolutely spotless, not a patch of rust to be seen until you get right over there, and even then, barely anything. I am so impressed with this car sometimes. I'm really happy with this. So that is, yeah, that's a fantastic news. You can see in places it's a bit grey where they've gone a bit scrimpy on the paint, which isn't too much of a surprise. It was a lot worse in Huey. There was barely any coloured paint on the bulkhead at all. So yeah, obviously a little extra paint here because Austin didn't cut quite as many corners as Rover. But there we go. I did have to cut the sound deadening a bit to get it out without pulling all the clocks out and everything, which I really did not want to do. So yeah, we need to undo these 4 screws on that black plate now, which I'm not going to do today. I think I've had enough for today now. I've been here through about 2 or 3 hours after work, so yeah, I want to go home and have some food, but it's just plodding along with it really. It's not meant to be a something that I rush, so yeah, there we go. Next thing, we'll pull that plate out, and that's held on with that really awful seam sealer crap, so that's fun. Yeah, so pretty good. We'll get the wiring loom through and clean up the engine bay maybe tomorrow night or whenever. Also, I found that polystyrene lurking behind the dash. Is that seriously factory? I really wouldn't like to say. So yeah, anyway, that's where we're at. Stuff absolutely everywhere. So yeah, there we go. Right, that is me done for today. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video, I guess. Bye for now.